My name's Huesto Enrico, and I am the Huesto de Taquiendo de Famioso de Peopleoples. In English, that's pronounced talking with famous people. I'm feeling a little bit low energy today, maybe. And the reason for that is, in part at least, because I took half a Klonopin last night before I went to bed. And I, accordingly, slept like a baby locked dog. But before we get too into that, some important things I need to discuss. First of all, this live stream is inspired by the immortal work of Alanis Morissette. Big Dog Mofo. I don't know what made me wake up this morning singing this to myself, but I found myself this morning waking up and singing, "Will she go down on you and I'll theater?" And maybe the answer is yes. I don't know. So we'll have to wait and find out what the answer to that is. Maybe I can make a poll. Hi there, Hunters Locomotives 1831. You love Alanis. Her album has hits. It has hits. I mean, it is hard to deny that, whatever else you might think of the general aesthetic or whatever, she definitely has hits, She's like rain on your wedding day. She's like a free ride when you've already paid. So, anyway, I gotta say, I'm really hoping that Sleazy Juan comes around today. Because we followed his advice. And we went to Merced yesterday, and I was like, Rachel, we gotta do what Sleazy Juan said. We gotta get you one of those vapes that you can scoop concentrate into, rather than having to buy those horrible cartridges that aren't usually very good, right? Well, we got it. It's called Inspo, I think is what it's called. And I guess she took it out of there for some reason. I'm not sure what she's doing here. She seems to have removed the piece that has concentrate in it. And I don't know what she did with it. So, I don't know why she would do that, but that's what she did. Yeah, that's a complete mystery to me, why she would take that out. But so it goes. Oh, don't worry, Big Dog Mofo. Concentrate doesn't expire. They may have an expiration date on it, but it doesn't really expire. What's the subject today? Well, we're starting off with a little bit of an Alanis Morissette subject. We're trying to determine the question, answer the question, will she go down on you and I'll theater? What do you think? Like 1. Will she go down on you in the theater? You're going to the miniature railway tomorrow. Oh, well, exciting. That does sound very exciting. Okay. And then she also took the little scooper. What? It doesn't even make any sense for her to take these things without this thing. What in the world did she do? And why did she do it? Well, it doesn't really matter that much to me because, well, here's the little scooper thing. That's good. I found the little scooper. I got this little scooper yesterday as well. You heard that song was about Joey from Full House? Huh. Interesting that you're mentioning Full House. I called my daughter yesterday to ask her if she still thought Full House was funny. I'm not picking on Morissette. I agree with Big Dog Mofo. She really accomplished something dramatic with that album. It had hits on it, I'm not picking on Alanis Morissette. I have respect for the woman. It may not be exactly my aesthetic, but but it certainly has some iconic hits that everyone will remember. So really, Alanis Morissette dated Joey from Full House. When my daughter was little, she thought Full House was the funniest show in history. She loved Full House so much. I milked the hell out of that. I'm not sure if I milked the hell out of it or not, but and I remember there was an occasion when it was clear to me that she didn't quite understand this was an older show, right? And I told her, I'm like, no, Delilah, those kids are all old now. That show ended a long time ago. Because it was already over by the time Delilah was a little kid, that show. And she was so disappointed. I guess she was probably imagining herself like meeting and hanging out with the kids on that show or something. I don't know. But when I explained to her that show isn't being made anymore, it's old. Those people are grown up by now, probably. She was really disappointed. I remember her like coming out of her room, just laughing so hard and telling me about this hilarious thing that happened on Full House. I'd be like, that's wonderful, Delilah. That sounds hilarious. But really, the truth is, it wasn't hilarious. Full House was a terrible, terrible show. I didn't blame Delilah for liking it because she was just like 5 years old, Okay, so we're going to make some more coffee. Here's what we're doing. I should have taken this off and left it over there, That would have been more efficient. Okay. So I can't carry both you and this big thing of water at the same time. So I'm going to leave you standing here. looking this way. There should be enough water. Man, I tell you, having a laundry room sink, you never think like, when I grow up, I want to have a laundry room with a laundry sink. You don't think that, but you should. The wonderfulness of having a laundry room sink cannot be overstated. I mean, it could be overstated, but I'm not overstating it. So then you just put that here, like that. And then you just put some coffee in there. As per me. Will she go down on you and out there? I think now what I want to ask is, will Joey from Full House go down on you in a theater? Hi. Hi, Kitty Pants. Hello, Lettuce. It's a goal for me to obtain mod from the best streamers on YouTube Shorts. Well, maybe someday I will make you a mod, Mr. Kurtel. Maybe someday I will. But you know what's not going to make that happen? You already have used the wrong strategy. The correct strategy to get me to make you a mod is to say to me periodically, oh, it's on your bucket list and you're very sick. You're pushing all the wrong buttons. You don't know how to trick me at all. You're not doing a good job of tricking me. The way to trick me into giving you mod is you have to, someday when I'm not aware that you're tricking with this, you have to say, oh, can you make me a mod temporarily so I can put a link? And then what's going to happen? I'll say, okay, fine. And then I'll forget to unmod you. That's the way that most people get to be made mods. Certainly, they don't get to be mods by telling me it's their goal. If it's that goal to be my mod, then I don't trust you. I could pee in the laundry room sink. True. Danny Tanner, Bob Saget was a savage in real life. Hilarious. Well, Bro, why are we not mentioning Tanya Harding? Whatever happened to her? She was cute as hell. Do not judge me. I'm not judging you. Link 1111. Because I want to tell you this much. I think. No, Mark, Mr. Kartoffel. I can send the Joey link. I wanna look him up now, kind of Joey from Full House. But I guess they did make a Fuller House, and who was not involved with that? I'll tell you who. Mary, Kate, and Ashley. That's who were not involved. Why? Because they were too busy doing drugs in New York. It's 9:41 in the morning. I'm not feeling especially energetic or anything this morning. I did take half Klonopin last night, which means I'm a little slow to wake up. But despite having taken half Klonopin last night, I woke up with a clear question in my mind. Will she go down on you and off that hall? Alright, so I'm going to ask a poll now. Will Joey from Full House go down on you in a theater? No, not add option. Okay. Fine, I'll put. Oh shit. I added another option. You tried to put the poll up, but you added other options. Right, there. Now I've got a poll. Will Joey from Full House go down on you in a theater? Yes? No? Sometimes? No, but Bob Saget will. How often do I smoke? No, I want to get back to the Tanya Harding thing. Okay. And this is an important one, Link 11. That is really Link 111. I mean, why do you have 4 ones? Link 1111. Listen to me. We're going to do the next poll is going to be if you have to bang one, who do you bang? Nancy Kerrigan or Tanya Harding? I can guarantee you Tanya Harding wins that. Would you want a pet person that gives you free cotton for money? You mean a slave? What in the world did Rachel do with this thing? Why would she have done this? This makes no sense at all. Why would she have unscrewed this thing, and where did she put it? I mean, it's fine. I don't need it. I can just put concentrate on top of the bowl. But it just doesn't make any sense, Like, why would you take that one out and not put the other one back in? Maybe it's in the box. I shouldn't even have the box here. I don't know what she's thinking. When Dave Coulier heard You Oughta Know Hook, 2.5 minute video. Who's Dave Coulier? Oh, is that Joey from Full House? Was she perverted like me? Would she mean anything? Would she go down on you and off the altar? I like the fact that Alanis Morissette makes it clear that it's not a theater, it's a theater. Oh gosh, look at that. It's like rain on this Tuesday. Thank you, thank you. That was Eric's version of Alanis Morissette's Isn't It Ironic? And isn't it ironic, don't you think? You know, I don't know if you're aware of this, but Alanis Morissette is Canadian. I believe so. I believe she's a Canadian. Oh, I forgot. I was health tubing on camera, huh? My bad. So at this point, I'm just basically waiting for the coffee to get ready. Live streaming here for not a super long time. And then, you know, kind of ho-hum my way through the day. Got 1 week exactly. Next Tuesday, I'll get my Adderall. And that's good. So yeah, it's true that Alanis Morissette is forever linked to Full House. And that I guess Joey from Full House will forever be known as the guy who I guess cheated on Alanis Morissette. Oh yeah, Madonna's horrible. Madonna's horrible, stupid life is exactly what she deserves. Because I'm prescribed 30 pills a month, you know. It's super scheduled drugs, so you can't like get it early. Well, I'm glad you went to court and got that out of the way. Good job, Hair Lamb. Way to take care of your shit, you know. Good job preserving some agency for future self. Always a good idea. Yeah, I have a couple of doors to chew this morning, including these dishes. But I'm not going to do those chores right this second. Instead, I'm going to discuss the great uh, Alanis Morissette and Full House linkage via Joey from Full House. So did Joey from Full House cheat on Alanis Morissette? Or did he just leave her for a different woman? Did he just leave her and then get a different woman? I don't know. I'm so stressed about work, says Big Dog Mofo. I guess it could be worse. So far, no jail time over my head. Yeah. It pretty much always could be worse. Like, here I am, obviously messing with the criminal justice system, which is never fun. It could be worse. He could be in jail. If he were in jail, yeah, people who like just get like celebrities who get shit tons of plastic surgery done. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like Rob Lowe still looks the same as he always did. I think of all the celebrities I can think of who've got a lot of work done, he seems to have gotten the best work done. That's a good point, Lamb. Wise words. Bad stuff can put everything in perspective. It's true for me. You know, when when shit gets hard, you realize, oh my God, what have I been whining about? Rob Lowe and John Stamos keep it Full House style. So I think we could basically come up with a game called 6 Degrees of Separation from Being Gone Down on in a Theater. Which is you have to find connection between either anyone in Full House and or Alanis Morissette. You find a connection between Full House or Alanis Morissette to whatever. Probably in fewer than 6 degrees. All right, so once we I saw Rob Lowe in some Stephen King film where he plays a deaf mute guy. Well, that's an easy role. You don't have any lines to memorize. Except, Okay. I'm going to end this poll with 10 votes because I have another poll I want to put up. Now, what was my other poll? Oh, yes, right. I remember now. If you had to bang one, If you had to bang one, which? If you had to bang one figure skater, one of these figure skaters. Dot dot dot. Tanya Harding or Nancy Kerrigan. Dude from Weekend at Bernie's played a dead guy. What did Saget die of? I'm going to Google it. Bob Saget. He's not, oh, he's dead. He died at age 65 in the Ritz-Carlton. What did he die of? Trying to find how he died. What's scleroderma? He died from falling and hitting his head. Well, I get it. I get it. Some of you could go Nancy Kerrigan. You know, you maybe want to just go Nancy Kerrigan because you figure if you don't pick her, she might say, "Why? Why?" The Nancy Kerrigan joke. Oh, that's fine, lettuce. I don't worry about that. You know, a lot of times it takes a while before the live stream kicks in. And oh wow. I mean, if you put Monica Lewinsky on there, then I think she's definitely gonna win. If you put them all at their peak, okay? Just imagine them at their peak. If you put them all at their peak, clearly Monica Lewinsky is gonna win. Because she went down on him and the Oval Office. Yeah, but party chicks aren't impressive. Well, I agree with you. Who would you bang in their peak of the poll? Well, remember here, Lamb, you have to bang one of them. Tanya Harding and Nancy Kerrigan have gotten together and held you at gunpoint and said, "You will bang one of us. You choose." Well, then pick Kerrigan. Kerrigan's not as good an actress. She was one of the worst Saturday Night Live hosts ever. And that loses her points for me. Oh, well, she was also hit on the knee. AF. That's why she said, in her most famous way, "Why? Why?" I'm just lying to myself right now. This coffee's nowhere close to ready. I'm living in a fantasy world. This coffee is straight up water. So it could also be potentially that I've had a couple of kind of naughty pulls, and that might YouTube might not like that. I just feel like I get along better with Tanya Harding. Um, she probably at least knows how to party. I don't think that Nancy Kerrigan would be fun to hang out with at all. She'd just be like, let's do triple sow cows. I don't want to do a triple sow cow. Why do they call it that anyway? A sow cow. Pick a farm animal already. So, Tanya would be more down to earth. Yeah, I know. She boxed. Yeah, she was a celebrity boxer, but also just an actual boxer. I think she was pretty badass. Well, yeah, you have to bang one of them. It doesn't mean you don't get to at least have dinner first or something. It's just like instantly like whip it out, stick it in. Look, nobody's saying you're wrong here, Lamb, for choosing Nancy Kerrigan, okay? I'm just saying she's not my choice. All right? I get it. You've always had a huge crush on Nancy Kerrigan. And who can blame you? But for me, I'm going to throw a curveball out here. I'm going Christy Yamaguchi. Mm? Mm? Christy Yamaguchi. I'm sure if Christy Yamaguchi were on there, she would win over either Tanya Harding or Nancy Kerrigan. That's what I'm thinking. Well, maybe, Lettuce, you were saying something that YouTube doesn't like. Sometimes they shadow censor stuff, you know. I'm just gonna give us another minute. Doesn't matter how few votes it has. I'm gonna give it 10 minutes like the last one. And we'll see. Tanya Harding's currently in the lead. And who can blame you for voting for her. I was saying I will bang the gun, not the chicks. Oh, well, that's why I wouldn't let you put that. All right, so I'm going to end this poll now. Tanya Harding in the lead. Next, I'm going to have another poll. I'm curious what people will say about. Who will win? Jake Paul? Mike Tyson? Or draw? Start poll. Who will win? Jake Paul, Mike Tyson, or draw? I am very curious about this. Well, Lettuce, you go steady, you do your thing. It's impossible for you to even conceivably watch all my videos, not just on your vacation, probably in your lifetime. I have 8,000 of them that are just long form uploaded videos. That doesn't include myriad live streams and shorts. Jake has no chance of footworking Tyson. Remember, you guys, Tyson is almost 60 years old. But it's gonna make so much money. Well, I mean, it's not even pay-per-view, right? It's a Netflix thing. Well, I mean, look, here I am. I get you. But the only reason this is a question at all, obviously, if you were to say, if you put each of them in their prime, which one would win? Tyson wins by a massive amount. Tyson wins by just, he doesn't, there's no way Jake Paul even gets through the first round. But Jake Paul's a real fighter, Jake Paul is not a joke, and he's not an amateur, He's a solid professional fighter. And people don't necessarily give him that credit, but I've seen him fight. He's not a dynamic fighter, He's not. That's why he's fighting. Well, I guess that's not why he's fighting very different people than boxers. Well, look, he's not skilled in the sense that Jake Paul is not. I don't think it does make any difference if you have the slide on. So, anyway, Jake Paul's a solid journeyman fighter, right? If he were fighting as a normal boxer, going up against other normal boxers, he'd be like, he'd be like, he'd finish his career like 12-15 or something. He'd have a respectable record, but he'd probably be under 500. But he's got a good chin. He takes the sport seriously. He's got good defense, and he doesn't have much of a like he's not gonna pap anybody, right? He doesn't have a good fast jab or anything like that. But he's an actual serious boxer, you know, and could hold his own against other professional boxers. Probably lose to the good ones, but he could probably go the distance with a lot of fighters. We'll see if we can go the distance against a 60-year-old Tyson. I agree that Tyson still, you know, I saw a video actually of him like working out. He was like doing this, like these sit-ups, going like, whoo, 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 whoo. Anyway, uh, he certainly looked fit. Certainly didn't look like the kind of guy I'd want to mess with. Bro, we are forgetting Juliette Lewis. Remember how cute she was? I wonder what she's doing these days. Juliette Lewis. Is she that actress who plays like bad girls a lot in movies? Anyway, so yes, she was. Okay, I know who you're talking about. She's kind of got this like eh thing going on, right? That's what I'm talking about, right? You know exactly what I mean. I bet. Eh, eh. Yeah, is that Julia Lewis? I bet you that's who it is. If we're reaching back into the annals of history, though, I'm thinking pre-op Soleil Moon Frye. Soleil Moon Frye did end up getting breast reduction surgery. But for a brief window there, like from age 18 to 21 or something, she was pre-op Soleil Moon Frye. Her breasts so comically large that that she obviously had to get breast reduction surgery. Really? I believe Paul has stipulations like you can win on points but can't knock me out. Really? How How can you stipulate that in a boxing match? So he's saying basically Tyson has to pull his punches? Can he not? Can he get a TKO on a body punch? I don't think they'd let that happen. If it's sanctioned by like the Nevada Gaming Commission or something like that, or Boxing Commission or something like that, I don't think they let that happen. You don't think it's legit boxing? Are you talking about the other Paul? Talking about Logan Paul? I think Jake Paul is a serious boxer. I could believe that maybe for Logan Paul. I mean, obviously Jake Paul's being smart. He's not boxing real boxers in their prime because he wants to have a good record and continue to be able to pull in these huge paydays, right? But I don't think he's faking. I don't think he's cheating like that. What I do not understand, and it is annoying me so much that I may have to go find out what's going on here, is why Rachel would take the tube part out of the the vape. This is bothering me, and I have to know where it is and why she took it out. So I'm just gonna have to go up and wake her up and ask her because it's bugging me. Rachel?
Yes.
You know what? Why did you take where the little thing in the vape thing is? I'm sorry to bother you, but
It's okay. Like the individual one?
the one inside of it that has the concentrate in it. You took it out for some reason.
Oh. I have this one.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. All right, well, we'll deal with it when you wake up. I'm sorry to bother you. So she doesn't even know what she did with it, or why she did that. I have no idea what she was thinking. You stay down here, Trouble. Of course, man, it's like, come on, dude. I just got this thing. I mean, I got it for her. It's hers. She can lose it if she wants, but that's annoying. Super annoying. Like, oh, what's this one? What is she thinking? Why would you take this out of here? This goes in here, right? We got this thing as per the recommendation of Sleazy Juan. Hi, JoJo. Um, and it was a great idea to get this. I'm super glad we did. But she took the thing out for reasons I cannot possibly understand. And no, it's not this one, as far as I know. Wait, did Rachel throw the box away? For fuck's sake. Why? Why do you want to do this to me? Huh? This one is for the cartridges. And that's not the one I want. I mean, it's fine and all, but what the hell? Well, I guess I'll just charge it. Very frustrating. I don't remember Feruza bulk, no. But I'll Google it. Well, I think he is being honest about not being able to box at the level of other fighters his age in their prime. Oh, that girl. That girl is who I thought you were talking about, actually, when you said Juliette Lewis. I thought you were talking about that girl. They're quite similar. You have a certain taste in girls, huh? I googled them both. They're similar looking. Alexander says Mike Tyson's gonna win the fight. I agree that the winner will be their wallets, but so let me guess. You also like Brittany Murphy. Based on these two examples, link 1111. I'm gonna say you also like Brittany Murphy. She's got that same sort of I'm for fucking thing going on, you know. Paris Hilton would be in the mix, huh? Hmm. Well, like, I remember back in the day when American Beauty came out, finding Thora Birch super attractive. But now when I look at pictures of her, she looks all old. So, anyway, I think it's very plausible that my somewhat risque polls have caused YouTube to not encourage me to be streaming this stream. Broccoli Todd comments that Firuza Balk is so Okay, let me look up Bewitched Serena. Ba-dum, 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 dun, 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 ba-dum, 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 dun, 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 dun. Oh, her. Serena, the bad sister on Bewitched. So, our next poll is going to be this. End poll. My next poll is which is better? Bewitched. I Dream of Jeannie. Oh, master. Now, which is better is one question. Another possible question would be who would you rather be? Darren in Bewitched or who's the husband in I Dream of Jeannie? He's an army guy. But, in either case, you got a pretty good situation. You know, you'd rather be Darren from Bewitched. Well, that's a different question, though, right? Which is better, Bewitched or I Dream of Jeannie? I liked them both when I was a kid. I enjoyed both of those shows. But I think we all remember the important words of Jeannie. Oh, yes, master. Bang, bang. I think probably what even is that? Okay, well, it's got to be around here somewhere. I mean, how did this even happen? You like the original Addams Family wife? I am frustrated as heck. That's how frustrated I am. But what are you going to do? Elizabeth Montgomery was her real name, and both her parents were accomplished performers in Hollywood. What about Jeannie? What was her name? Oh, master, you do not need to worry about that. Now, Jeannie, what a hilarious show. And then her husband, or her master, he's got this perverted friend who is always like, without ever saying it, like, come on, bro. You gotta appreciate this a little bit more. So I'm waking up pretty decent here now. Man. Yeah, but 2-1 is just your excuse for getting Serena. I don't think that if you're Darren, you get to bang Serena. Okay. I think Samantha will be very unhappy about that. Now, Jeannie seems totally down for whatever, you know. I'm pretty sure this is just the light. Rachel thinks that if you don't have this light on, the fountain doesn't flow. But I think she's wrong about that. Is this done yet? Yes. Hooray for Eric Strauss. Hooray, hooray, hooray for Eric Strauss. Because he made some coffee and now he put some creamer inside of it here. Wow, 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 look at that. Hooray for Eric Strauss. Hooray, hooray for Eric Strauss. It's not done yet, though, friends. You're already thinking, wow, that cup of coffee looks delicious. But we're not done yet. We're going to double pow this. We're going to double pow this with a double pow fist. We got some heavy cream. Oh my God, Eric. It's gonna be so creamy and delicious. Yeah, well, it's gonna be so creamy and delicious. You just wait. Mmm. Hot, creamy, and delicious. Exactly what coffee's supposed to be. Oh, really? Serena would sneak into Darren's bed unnoticed? There were episodes showing this. Well, I'll go back and look. Really? Well, I mean, even so, though, prospective Darren, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to fuck her. And that Samantha will be mad if you do. Understandably. I mean, I want you to imagine putting Samantha in that situation where they end up fucking her sister all the time. She'd be like, now, Darren? Serena would sneak. Oh, right, I read that. Yeah. Oh, master, that will not be a problem. Even as a little kid, I was very intrigued by this genie lady and her eager compliance. She had such a specific way of saying it too, like every time she spoke with the guy. She didn't ever use contractions, you know. You should not be worried about this, master. He was an astronaut. When he came back from the moon, his space capsule landed on a deserted island where he found a bottle. And when he opened it, it was a bottle with a genie in it. And his genie was, fortunately for him, a highly sexualized, hyper obedient blonde girl. And then when she'd be bad, he'd make her get back in the bottle. You stay in that bottle. She'd stomp her foot or whatever. Kind of crazy construction for a sitcom, you know? I can only sing Bewitched right now. I can't sing the tune I Dream of Jeannie. I'm surprised there's not some Mandela effect thing about those two shows. It's the kind of thing that produces Mandela effects. Then we have Carol Burnett and Joan Rivers. Oh, God. That's a definite neither. But I guess I'll take Carol Burnett. Horrible, not funny woman. Joan Rivers is also horrible and not funny, but more masculine, I guess. You know what I always like to say? Carol Burnett, my eye. Well, given the sparse attendance here this morning and my lack of amphetamines, I'm thinking let me go ahead and wrap this up on the earlier side and give it a little bit longer. See if anything starts to pop. I'm very frustrated by that missing thing because that's the key, the whole reason we got that thing. It's not like it was super expensive, but it's far away. It takes us over an hour to drive there, like an hour and a half. Ellie Mae Clampett, Carol Burnett, and Joan Rivers. I think that's getting a little old. I think maybe we should move to something more contemporary. Um, See if we could maybe with our poll question bring in some younger audience members. So I'm gonna end this poll. It's neck and neck as I'd expect. Bewitched, I Dream of Jeannie. They're both great shows. They're both great. I like them both a lot. But I'm gonna ask a highly specialized young people question. That probably many people won't even know these people, but I just asked a broad question: who's better, rather than something more specific like who makes better music or who's the better rapper. Um, who's better, Baby No Money or Prof? This is a tough one for me. It really boils down to who makes better music, and I'm gonna go with Baby No Money. Prof is probably a more interesting rapper. Oh, I understand the different eras just fine. Juice World, they all suck. Juice World is better, and Nirvana. Well, look, I whatever you think about who's better or whether they suck or whatever. I mean, no matter what you think about whether they suck, you should have some opinion if you're familiar with them as to who sucks less. The correct answer to this is a tricky one to answer. It really is. Because, I mean, I would say, I mean, I listen to Baby No Money more than Prof. I'd probably pick Baby No Money. And Link 1111, I totally am relevant with all shit, now, current, and forever. You know, I was listening to the most recent Baby No Money upload within a day or two of it being uploaded. Same with Johnny. Anything good, I'm always looking for great new stuff. I want to listen to the stuff that's best and most relevant, and it doesn't matter who makes it, when it was made. Yeah, I want to listen to timeless tracks because as what's that Saint Motel says in one of their lyrics. Because the best defense is a timeless track. That's true. What's really cool is I found Saint Motel on YouTube sometime back. Kind of got into them. There's several of their songs that have made the Chapter Tracks list. And then during the Super Bowl, I heard, this wasn't this past Super Bowl, the Super Bowl before. I heard they used part of one of their songs as it's like a segue to commercial. I was shocked. I was like, wow. A couple years ago, that was just some YouTube band I liked. Black Keys. I mean, look, I'm supposed to be the old man around here. Okay? Everybody tells me that. Hey, grandpa, are you my grandpa, old man, etc. Everybody tells me that all the time. But look at all these things that people are suggesting. All this old stuff. 9 Inch Nails, Black Keys, Nirvana. That's all old stuff. The real question that matters right now is who's better? Baby No Money or Prof? They're both very good. Prof has a tendency to make songs that are too long. But sometimes he fully pulls it off too. Like Squad Goals is a long song, but it's really well done. My daughter saw Baby No Money in concert before. Yeah, one thing that's gonna make you just go, okay, Baby No Money should win this is like his. Well, I think it might be his most recent upload, Bills Paid on Time, which came out just a few weeks ago. It's under 2 minutes, and it's absolutely spectacular. It's the perfect length. It's like a minute 30 something, a minute 40, and it's like I could just listen to that thing over and over again because it's spectacular. You are a Sigma Giga Chad? I'm a Sigma Giga Chad? Is that a fraternity? Sigma Giga Chad. I don't feel like a Giga Chad. I don't know exactly. I'm assuming that's like a significantly large Chad. I'm definitely not a player in any sense. I don't slay, as they say. I mean, the only puss I slay is my wife's. And that's only because she deserves it. She needs a good hard poking now and again. Yeah, frat boy Eric. That's something I've never been as a frat boy. Oh, we got rain again yesterday, or last night. And I certainly appreciate the precipitation. We always like water in California. It's funny when I talk to Ruben anytime about like analytics, his ears kind of perk up. And he's like, analytics, I love those. I mentioned yesterday, oh yeah, when I'm done, it tells me what the chat rate is. And like, wow, that chat rate of 12. Usually I get like chat rate of 5 or sometimes even like 0. Um, it's like, well, what does it mean? I'm like, I don't know. It's just a number that they have. No, I do think he's an ENFP. I hope I don't look too much like Vermin Supreme. My hair's cut. I don't think that it's a good idea to be a joke candidate, that's for sure. Take the citizen democracy seriously, fucking ENFP. Were I ever a traveling Wilburys fan? I like that you put them the traveling Wilburys. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call them a fan. I wouldn't call myself a fan. Yes, this is in fact marijuana. It's not the marijuana I'm smoking right now. I'm smoking this. I went to the marijuana store yesterday. This stuff I have a ton of it, and I still have a lot of it. I should be that cool guy. Hopefully, my daughter never sold the Cardano I told her to buy at 44 cents. I actually told her to buy it at 38 cents, but she didn't. I told her again to buy it at 44 cents. I told her buy $10,000 worth of it. And she's like, I'm not going to buy $10,000 worth of it. For fuck's sake. Girl, you do not understand how shit goes. You're still trying to deal in a pre money world. I mean, I'm going to. Do I want to? Yes. I'm going to pull this bowl of this very wonderful stuff. It's called NF1. I love it. I love it so much. It's really good. I don't know what brand this is or anything, but I'm the guy that we had help us at the weed store yesterday was so good. He knew everything anybody could ever want to know about anything. He was so helpful. I tipped him $12 because that was the difference between, you know, we got a lot of stuff yesterday. We spent $287, but we spent $300. I said, you've been so helpful. Keep the change. He was a real helpful. I want him again when I go back to that store. That's usually the store we go to. It's called Nectar. But I really appreciated that guy's wisdom. Lion Jr. here, aka Son of Earth. You can call me this since you Americans probably speak one or two languages. Yes, I do speak one language, English. And I also speak a spattering of Spanish. Oh, it's Ramadan? Well, just remember, son of Earth, don't eat between sunrise and sunset. That's the rule. According to Ramadan, throughout the day, you can only pull bong rips. You cannot eat any foods. But I checked with Allah. He said coffee's fine. This damn small keys. This damn small keys is a great name for a band. This damn small keys. Is that a bong? Well, I prefer to call it Health Tube Senior. Because it brings healthful vapors into my body. Have I smoked all my life? I've been smoking weed since I was like 14. So more or less. Not in utero, pure smack. I didn't smoke any weed in utero. Cheers, Peter Griffin. Cheers. I'm gonna just burn right through this wonderful stuff, I can tell. I don't want to smoke any of that stuff until I'm done with all of this stuff. I'm actually high, which is nice. I rarely get high because I'm usually just smoking the same strain that I've been smoking for such a long time. And then, I mean, there's two strains I have in there. I kind of switch back and forth between them, but now I've got both this excellent weed and I've got some of this crumble to put on top of it. I have to say, I'm experiencing this thing right now that almost never ends in my favor. I'm feeling mad about Rachel for losing something. But normally, when I feel bad about it, when I feel mad about her losing something, it turns out to be that I'm the one who lost it. Now, I can't imagine how I could possibly be the one who lost it this time. It has to be her. But maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong about these things before. So, Orarat Tang Fun Folowat, I'm going to transubstantiate this for you, okay? According to the powers vested in me as Archpastor of the Eulorian Church, Archpastor of God's Big Heaven Church, and Arch Imam of Allah Done Right Church, which is my take on Islam. I hereby transubstantiate this bong rip from my lungs to your head. Or rat, tang, fun, full wat. Bien, Yoshi Cat. A2. That's assuming I had anything to do with his disappearance, Link 1111. I think Rachel lost it because there's no reason whatsoever to even take it out of here. Because whoever took it out of here didn't even replace it with the other one. So it's like there's this one which holds cartridges. Okay, so if you want to load a cartridge like this, which I opened, and you could put it in here, and then it works like a cartridge, you know. Yeah, you report everything to the authorities. Great. You go ahead. You go right ahead. I don't know what it is exactly you think I'm doing wrong or illegal. But anyway, so you can put a cartridge in this. Well, I don't know. That's the problem. I just don't know. So, you know, give an eyeball. I don't give an eyeball what you report because I'm not doing anything wrong. Duh. I live in California and I don't smoke on camera. So, suck it, motherfucker. You got a cart that you're cheaping on? Well, you know, I don't try, especially after talking to Sleazy One. Give an eyeball. You already offended me, motherfucker. So I will offend you all I want, right? You come in rude, acting as though I'm doing something wrong and you're going to report me. And then you get offended when I tell you to go fuck yourself appropriately. Well, aren't you just a little bit of a Karen? Well, shoot, before I hide you. People in their ways. What an asswipe. Anyway. Hopefully, he learns a valuable lesson from this experience. Yes, you did come back to the best time, Ivar. The best time any of us have ever had for the entirety of our lives. There was another chore I was going to do. What was it? Well, I could bring the trash cans in from the street. That's certainly a possibility. Yeah. Courtney D says, Big Karen, come on to someone else's shit and act like a big fool. Get out of here with that BS. I agree. I hear one can consume bear meat, but with caution. How true is this? You know, I have had bear before, one time. But I don't really remember how it tasted very much. It was like a heavy meat. It was with that very dark sauce. Hi, Carrie Clark. Happy to meet you as well. Wonderful to see you here. I hope you are having a delightful morning. And I'm thinking about doing a little bit of a chore right now. Would you guys like to help me do a chore? I think you would. I'm going to just choose for you. Yes, you would like to help me do a chore. So let's go do it. What is the chore, Eric? You might ask. I will tell you. It is to bring in the trash cans from the street. Hopefully, Karen reports me to the authorities for this. I didn't come to get the trash cans for this purpose, but I like how it demonstrates that I'm just a random guy just living his life like a normal person, you know? Why anybody would report me for anything, I don't know why. Well, Eric, can you really carry all 3 trash cans and the tripod at the same time? I don't think you can. So, what I'm going to do is let you watch me carry the trash cans down, and then I'll come back for you. Oh, stop your barking. That horrible, noisy dog. He needs to hush his mouth, child. You know, he's not always noisy. He's only noisy when his family's not home. When nobody's there, he'll bark a decent amount of time. Usually somebody's there, so. Of course, when somebody's there and the dog's not barking, then the lady's yelling at everybody. It's ridiculous because she's not even like yelling mean things or anything, right? Or yelling like, you know, I don't hear her making the kids cry or anything. She just yells at them all the time, like, yeah, no, 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 no. It's crazy. Well, you know, I thought that might give you too much motion, might give you motion sickness, you know. I don't like that when I'm watching videos where there's a lot of motion sickness. You know what I'm tripped out by though, and I don't know how he does this. No, I don't think anybody knocked on my door. I just walked in. Thanks, Carrie Clark. Appreciate it. So, I mean, I literally just walked in the door. I'm pretty sure I would have heard a knock. Yeah, someday I want a gorgeous Joan too. I don't even have any Jones. So anyway, I wonder how my poll is doing. 50-50. Wow. You know what? I am so proud of our voters here because I agree, it's a very tough choice. It depends what you mean by better. That's why I left it kind of open-ended, you know. Props winning. It was a woodpecker. And Matarazzi sounds like it likes Hulk Hogan. You like Hulk Hogan. Oh, it was your door. Well, that makes sense. That's funny. Somebody knocks on your door and you tell the live streamer, somebody's knocking on your door, man. That's fantastic. Margarita Pestana, hello to you and welcome to Talking with Famous People. My name's Eric and I'm sitting here, I'm live streaming. Earlier in the live stream, um, took a long time for it to get going a bit, and there were just a few people here. But I'm Eric, so I can always ramble on about anything by myself for some stretch of time. And I thought I'm going to, I'm going to wait a little while longer and see if, uh, if, um, if any more people show up. And then now people have showed up and it makes it more interesting. I like that Margarita Pistana insists that I am her fan. I am your fan? Okay. I am such a big fan of Margarita Pistana. Azura says, I can see the desire for BBC in your eyes. Is that what that look is? I'll have to keep an eye out for it in the future. Blame it on the POF smoke. I'm not sure what POF is. But I can contextually conclude it probably means something that rhymes with marijuana. I've had times where your microwave dings and I think it's mine. That makes a little bit more sense than the other way around, But it's like I've had plenty of times where if I'm watching an old video and my phone rings in the video that I'm watching, I think my phone must be ringing. Puff smoke means your happiness, Eric, however you so choose, bro. I see. Puff smoke. I like that. Puff smoke represents the ether of happiness. Of course, how many puffs have to die for me to be happy is an important question. Thanks for the blessings you gave me yesterday, old man. You're welcome, Excalibur. I don't specifically remember them, but I'll take your word for it that they provided you good fortune and good luck. May God forgive you of your sins and may you move forward in peace. So, it's good to have Catholic priest powers. Only some of them, okay? Don't worry. I don't have all the Catholic priest powers. You don't want to have all of those. But I can transubstantiate things. I can bless water. Oh, you can see it as well. Margarita Pestana can also see the desire for BBC in my eyes. I'm going to have to watch this video, see what this look is in my eyes, so I can recognize it in the future. Am I a priest? No. I just have various priest powers. I can bless water. I can transubstantiate things. I can go like this. Explain, how does all canines come from wolves? Let's start with the nervous chihuahua. Well, breeding. Breeding is how. I can also, if I got one, I could get one of those things with little holes in it that you put incense inside and it burns out this certain smoke, and you swing it around. I could get one of those and then I would have that power as well. But I don't currently have one. Ni plus ultra. Pew! Purple heart. Purple heart. Were you wounded in battle? I know that thing. Yeah, yeah. I think the name for it is actually on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite think of what it's called. Brazier or something? It seems like it's a word kind of like brazier, but it's not brazier. Uh, might be spelled kind of similarly. Oh, it's your favorite color, purple. Well, purple was my favorite color when I was a little kid. It was my daughter's favorite color when she was a little kid. And well, I mean, you try being inbred for multiple generations and see how much robustness you have left. I'm not 20? Okay. That's true. I'm not 20. I'm 23. I'm living my life the way I want to. Okay? Wild and free at 23. Minus Fever thinks I should try marijuana. Well, I don't have any opinion on the subject of marijuana in general. I certainly don't advocate that people should smoke marijuana. Because why incur a cost you don't currently have, for one thing, if you're going to smoke that, you probably don't need my encouragement, you know. So I guess you're saying the spirit of wolf lives in all of them. Okay, next the pug. Who are the people on your poll? There are a couple of rappers. What may surprise you, however, is that they are a couple of gift wrappers. They work in a department store wrapping gifts. Boy, it is cold in here. You can see my breath. You're stupid. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that. Wonderful news. No. W in front of it, minus fever. There's a W in front of it. I'm friends with rappers. All right. We're going to close this poll. It's 50-50. And, pretty impressed. Baby No Money ended up winning 51-48. Stop, says Serenity. Should I stop? This is the next poll, okay? Don't stop. Should I stop? I mean, I don't share those rapping skills, so I obviously can't demonstrate to them. That poll makes no sense. Well, I'm just, you know, well, whatever Serenity was telling me to stop. At 11:20 a.m., Serenity said stop. She said, "You're stupid," and stop. So I want to know if I should stop. Maybe like this. Stop. Stop your business. Should I stop my business? What business is that? What business should I stop? South Africa, hello. May you and your Krugerrands enjoy a prosperous day. I don't know the Barbie song, and I don't like the Barbie movie, and I'm not going to sing the Barbie song. No, I'm not pulling tarot cards, but I might do something else mystical, you know. I'm always down for a little mystical wisdom dispensings. Serenity says, stop saying my name. So you can interpret stop as, should I stop my business or should I stop saying Serenity's name? You can interpret it either way. Krugerrands. I wish you could have one now, don't you? Yeah, I wish I did have some Krugerrands. That's for sure. That's for sure. Stop your business. Blah, blah, blah. You gotta stop your business. Blah, blah, blah. What's about your favorite song? Sing your favorite song and I will tip me you. I'll tip you $1. Well, you don't even have to tip me anything. I'll sing my favorite song, no problem. I don't have a favorite song, but I have a favorite song to sing right now. And it goes like this. Well, I'm just going to sing the chorus of it, okay? Baby, I can't wait to know. What do you think about things? Believe me, I will always be there so you can tell me anything and I'll listen. Bum, bum, bum. What's Sprinter's problem? Serenity says that I am annoying. Well, there you go. So you thought that's what I was going to say? I mean, another song that I really like to sing a lot, which doesn't necessarily mean it's my favorite song. Hi, Sophia. Show Media's friend Sophia. It is wonderful that you were watching because your eyes are feasting on a real treat. Well, Courtney Dees, I agree with you. You make a good point. But the fact is, even though Serenity knows I'm annoying, she also just cannot help but continue to watch this because I'm okay with being annoying. I can work towards earning her attention and respect. I will try to be less annoying, and she will hopefully, um, she will hopefully. Azura, will you stop with all your constant sexual stuff, please? It's annoying. I'm gonna put you. I'm gonna just remove this comment, but be aware if you keep saying a bunch of sexual stuff, I might. Well, thank you, Minus Fever. I appreciate that. It's wonderful of you. Uh, but yeah, I sing probably too much around here. Uh, so accordingly, yeah, link 1111. I am learning so much about how to respond to people on YouTube. Uh, it's you might eventually have to ban the person anyway or whatever, but let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. This is your first ever super on a live stream. That's crazy. Wow. Um. So I didn't used to be nearly this good at dealing with people as I am now. But I have so little stress in my life, and I just feel I mean, it's really hard to provoke an emotional response from me, right? Because I've heard every kind of thing people go at me with before, so it just bounces right off. Buggy's good. I'm not gonna ban you. I wasn't talking about banning you. I was saying I'm not gonna put you on timeout. I'm just gonna remove your comment. Now, I segued into banning some, talking about banning some in general, but that wasn't about you. Um, if I said ban you, I meant time you out. Now, I need to find a health tube before I go into the. I mean, I will ban somebody who's spiteful enough. I've banned plenty of people, but you gotta be pretty spiteful. The is good and bad on YouTube, and the is morons as well. Oh, you mean there? There is good and bad on YouTube, and there are morons as well. You don't know them, and they don't know you. So take no notice. Well, I mean, it is important. What Lou says enviable is I lead a very low stress life. So, um, I found the other day when I was no, I'm not too quick on the band hammer. All right, I'll time people out. Yeah, but I'm not too quick on the band hammer. I might get more viewers if I got breast implants. That's true, but I'm still not going to. Uh, being in a relaxing place in life and not being stressed out by externals makes one much more resilient to the stressors of their kind of what you might call your normal stressors, right? Uh, so it was stressful a little bit the other night when I got this just influx of obviously more than one person that were all kind of rolling with the same kind of juvenile trolley vibe, but I kept trying to manage them. Figure eventually they might become pleasant. Sometimes that's just not gonna happen. They're just not gonna become pleasant. Obviously, recent growth in the channel and like phenomena such as this, where I've got 23 people here instead of 6 or 7 or 10. Um, this is obviously it creates new problems, I guess, or new experiences that I have to figure out how to navigate, however you want to look at it. Am I set for life as far as shelter and food? No day job needed. I mean, no, YouTube does not count as a day job at all. This is just a labor of love still. I do have hopes that at some point it will generate money, but I'm not counting on that. I'm not like set for life, but I'm in the process of setting up and this income property down the street here to to generate monthly income, and then once this proof of concept, do that a second time, and then I should be probably fine. But it's raining again. Oh, nice. Not a lot of rain, just a little bit. How many years do you expect to have left? 30. I mean, being a vacation rental person is a lot more work than being a landlord, but also, uh, but also more lucrative. Do you think that social media has replaced local news? Was this all a plan? Um, no and no. What's with that? Should I stop voting? I don't know. Somebody told me to stop. So I said, should I stop? I'll end the poll and I'll put a different poll up, okay? If you're if you're going to do rental, try and make Section 8 the government will pay directly. Now, I don't want to do that, good time. We're doing vacation rentals here in our own neighborhood full of nice little homes, okay? We don't want government housing here. Just it's ridiculous. It's completely contrary to everything this community stands for. Joseph Grace is here to say rectum. Well, Joseph Grace, uh, hi, Joseph Grace. How are you? As you can see, it's raining. 30,000 days. That's the average lifespan. How many thousand days have I lived so far? I don't know. Thoughts of mortality make me think about quitting smoking, which I might do. Let's not think about sad things. Sad things are sad. So, once we get this thing up and running, we currently have our channel friends and, actual friends, but just to note that they're channel people. Ruben R. and Acacia are staying at the other little house right now. Happiness. I understand, but we need to get it all ready to go. And then Ruben said that, once we get it ready to go, he will help me with listing it. Because he's good at that kind of stuff. It's great that we're getting more water. But also, if I'm going to go over to that other house and say, work on the rain gutters, then I want it to be dry. Oh, it's not just be not raining, but dry, because I don't want to like slip on the roof or whatever. If I have to get up on the roof, which I might. Or I could get hire that young guy to do it. I'll go over there, start doing that. Ruben will help me do it, I'm sure. But it's not that big of a job. I don't know why I've been so lazy. I feel like a lazy ass sometimes. There's no good reason to be so lazy. I wish indeed I weren't. Here comes the mail. Here comes the mail. There's the mail lady driving by, putting mail in the mailbox. I don't know why. I gotta fix all that mud. Yes, I do. And she doesn't like it. I can see that. Fucking Eric. I tried so much to fix that. And it didn't work. And I failed. How sad for me. Oh. It's like, it's hard enough for me to get up the gumption to fix something like that. Like there's mud in front of the mailbox. The mailman doesn't like it. He made it very clear. But she can see that I've tried a bunch, right? And it just continues to fail. So, but I did it wrong from the get go. I see now, with the benefit of hindsight, that I should have scooped out all the mud first and then put rocks. Not just put rocks on top of the mud like a dumbass. Dumbass Eric had to do it the dumbass way. Now I'm going to have to motivate again to start scooping stuff up there. And I can't really scoop out the mud until I'm ready to fill it back up with more rocks. I need to get rocks and gravel. If I can get rocks to put on the bottom of like a trough, then I could just put a thin layer of gravel on top. Rocks are free, gravel costs money. Rocks, I just drive right up to the uh, wilderness and just get some rocks. They're all over the place, you know. Rocks is something that there's plenty of out in the wilderness. I got a doctorate in being Eric. I spent my whole life writing my thesis. That mailbox thing. It's the new retaining wall. You remember when I used to complain about the retaining wall all the time? I'm starting to complain about it again. It's looking horrible. I still need to do what I needed to do in the first place. You get the rest of that fucking shit off of the wall. And then paint it, maybe. Right? Then paint it. Also, it's not the right color of blue. That's not the same blue as this at all. At least it doesn't look like the same at all. Look at this blue. This is the blue we tried to get. That's the blue we ended up with. Doesn't that seem a lot brighter? What's up, color match? I thought you could match some colors. Let me end this poll. A lot closer than I thought. I barely squeaked out a win there. Darkness is consumptive. Well, I tell you what I'm thinking right now. I'm thinking there's a need for someone to hear from her spirit guides. That's right. It's spirit guide time. Get ready to be guided by the spirits that guide us all. All right. Let's see what the spirit guides have to say. For Luminex, we got 1 spirit, 2 spirit, 3 spirit, 4. How many spirit guides? Here's some more. Spirit guide number 1. The 4 of Pentacles. You feel like you picked all the pentacles off of the tree, and there are only 4 of them, so you're clinging to them. It's my interpretation of the card. I don't know what it officially means. Second card, the Knight. Remember, when you're feeling consumed by the darkness, the sunrise shall come. And lastly, the Tower. Well, remember, it's always darkest before the dawn. So you got 4 pentacles, you got Knight, you got Tower, but what comes after the Tower? That's when the dawn comes, okay? That's when the dawn comes. So, Lou. Oh, you don't have to be open to it at all, big dog mofo. I don't really. The reason I'm so good at it, actually, for some reason, is because I don't put any credence in it, really. I like it. I think it's kind of fun, but I like it because my wife likes it. And if Rachel thinks it's cool, then I think it's cool. So, I mean, I do have the magic power. I could just tell that I was pulling those out, like, oh, these are going to be right on the money for Lou. I know Lou, so when she mentioned that previous thing, I was like, oh, I didn't choose them, they just came out that way. Big dog mofo, you're going to get a pull, okay? And you're going to see how magical this can be, all right? You just watch. Oh, spirit guides of big dog mofo, show me the way. Pew. I'm so accustomed to having to be off camera because I'm smoking that I forget I don't have to be off camera when I'm not. 2 of Torches. It looks as though you've got a choice. Door number left, door number right. That's what it looks like to me. I'm not an expert on interpreting tarots, but that's what it looks like to me. So that's your first card. Put that one down here. Your second card, Piao. Princess of Pentacles. You're like, my pentacle is growing. I've got this bowl here in case I need it for anything. There's some birds around. This is wonderful. Well, I don't normally do tarot, okay? That's not my normal gig. My wife's into it, so sometimes I pull out the tarot deck. It's not like my normal MO. And lastly, this 6 of Pentacles. You're juggling pentacles, but really, you should put down that. Oh, I thought that was an umbrella. Never mind. That's not an umbrella. You need to slap away those hands. Get away! You're interfering with my juggling of pentacles. So basically, what I'm reading here is you're like this, okay? You're like, oh yeah, my pentacle, my bowl. And someone's like, oh, cool. Let me have some of that pentacle. You're like, no, you don't realize what a sophisticated juggle it is to look like this. It's not easy to look this composed and elegant. All right. Link 1111. That question is so loaded, I don't even want to read it out loud. You could not have a better example of a fully loaded question. And also a false dichotomy, although not expressed explicitly as such. Okay, so Man with a Great Machete wants to hear from his spirit guides. Here's their first message to you. The Four of Cups. You're kind of like, I got these 4 cups. That's cool. I just better just like hold on to this one. I'm not sure what that one means exactly. 4 of Cups. I tend to not remember the meaning of the minor arcana. Gustavo Carrillo Lopez. The Fool. The Fool for Machete. 4 of Cups. Now you're about to walk off the edge of a cliff. You should be careful. Next. The Prince of Cups. And this one means you're feeling emotionally exuberant. Same with the Fool, really. But this one says, yeah, but you could also just chill here with your emotions. No, Mr. Kartoffel, stop. For goodness sakes. All right, Joseph Grace, you are hereby banned. Because people can insult me and etc. all they want, generally get away with a lot of stuff. But Rachel's off limits. So you just got yourself hidden. Yesterday, someone told me to keep an eye out for these 4 numbers 3, 8, 9, and 1. What do I think? Well, I don't know anything about it. That's okay. Somehow, Japan saw this year's back, and it caused their production to increase 100% of sex robots. um, I think that's pretty specific to Japanese culture, where there's a huge amount of difficulty in having legitimate intimacy because everybody's expected to behave a certain way all the time. Well, Mr. Kartoffel, that doesn't make me want to make you a mod. Okay? I need mods with discretion. Hi, Lady in Red. How are you? Okay, Sophia, here you go. Fine. I will pull 3 cards for Sophia. Sophia, Spirit God, speak to me through the ether of heaven. The first one you got is 6 of Cups. In other words, right now, you're really fixated on all that crazy crap coming out of this cup. But don't forget, you've got 5 other cups that are important. Okay? Don't forget about your 5 other cups. Just because you're all into cup number 6. I think that's the message of that card, but I don't really know for sure. This one? Never take a twofer. That's my rule. It's a house rule. I'm not saying it's a universal rule. Nine of Cups. Again, yes, now there are 4 cups up there in the sun, but don't forget about these important 5 cups behind you. Okay? And then lastly, the 8 of Torches. So I'm not sure what this means, but it looks like you were climbing up a hill and then you fell down. So, in other words, be careful when climbing up hills in Russia. I've been to Russia before. Okay. And you get to know, let me tell you this, everything's going to be fine. The tarot's not here to predict ominous stuff, right? Just telling you, be careful. Russia's a little bit of a lawless land. 8 of Wands, incoming communication speed, card of Mercury. Lady in Red? Sure, I'll do you, Paul. Oh, spirit guides of the Lady in Red, come inside and fill my head. Queen of Pentacles. In the Queen of Pentacles card, you have a nice pentacle that's just starting to grow, sitting on your lap. You've got a baby cow. Yeah, but Mr. Kartoffel, there's no possible way for you to gain my trust when you want a wrench so badly, because that's inherently untrustworthy. Okay, Lady in Red, your first one is Queen of Pentacles. All right, Venom, chill out. I'll get to you. No, Keith, I cannot do that. I do have a question for you. Would you go down on your own up there, doll? Hi, it's me. So, Lady in Red, you also got the High Priestess. Now, this one is like the Empress, but for intuition. Okay? Empress is the Queen of Queens. High Priestess is the Queen of Intuition. And lastly, Lady in Red, you get the Empress. Wow. You're kicking ass on this tarot. On this tarot read. Hi, Minus Fever. You asked before, I forgot about it. Why is the channel called this? Not really that interesting a story. Originally, I was anticipating the channel to be one where I interviewed regular people, right? But I just couldn't find enough interview subjects. All right. You're the Queen of Queens and you're the Queen of Intuition. And You're the queen of money, pentacles. You're triple queen. Congratulations, triple queen. You must be really channeling your inner goddess right now. Well, Alex, that's an interesting notion, but I'm not going to. Okay, Ben, I'm all right. All right, Venom. Yeah, it was going to pop right out for you. Oh, Death. Death rides a pale horse. Okay. He's got what looks like a mace. You can also see a scythe up there. So death represents transition, into the old, beginning of the new. No, I don't want that. Shush, Alex. Ten of torches. Okay, Venom. After death, you're going to be like, okay, I've got plenty of torches, but is there enough moonlight that maybe I don't need to light any of these torches? Well, I would say light a torch already because it's too dark outside. You're going to trip. Oh, yeah, show media. Okay. You want one for the next 2 months, right? Venom cut in line with his loudness and demandingness. And lastly, Venom, Ace of Pentacles, a new money thing, new gig, new way to make money, something like that. So remember, death in your reading is just the beginning. After death, then you trip in the dark, but then you've got a new idea. Okay? Keep that in mind. Show media. That's a twofer. There, take a twofer. Oh, that's a twofer. Show media spirit guides. Don't be withholding. Okay. 5 of Cups. This is the card that's known as crying over spilled milk. So yeah, your friend's going to Russia. Just give her a hug, say goodbye. Try not to cry over the spilled milk. All right. Next one for you, show media. Ace of Swords. Because you need to cry over that spilled milk. You got a new idea, a new thought. You're like, maybe I'll go to Mongolia. And then lastly, the 5 of Torches. And you realize, this new idea is a lot of climbing up hills carrying torches. There's your next 2 months, buddy. There they are. That's where the magic happens. Happens between me and the spirit guides. There's no vodka in any of these cups. Olga Kasakowska. Olga Kasakowska. I like you too. Mr. Kartoffel, will you just zip it already? Is there somebody else I'm supposed to do? Was somebody keeping track of who with me? Somebody else I'm supposed to do? Please, Eric, I have some rare candy. Rare candy, huh? I'm not sure that rarity in candy. Lady in Red was the triple queen, Lou. She got the Queen of Pence, she got the Empress, and she got the High Priestess. Queen of Queens, Queen of Intuition, and Queen of Money. Even I remember that one because it was such a thematically consistent reading. It's like Ultra Queen. So I'm guessing, Lady in Red, you're having a very like estrogen filled day. I put time people out and remove comments. Um, yeah, they can hide people. Uh, I find mods both a valuable necessity and much appreciated on my part, and also uh, tricky because I'm a difficult person to moderate for. I will put up with lots of stuff that most any other YouTuber would not put up with. I give people way more chances than other people think I should, maybe. Okay, well, what is it that makes the difficulty to obtain it make it? Why does that correlate with quality? Like, I probably would have difficulty attaining some Guadalajaran tamarindo candy, but that does not mean it's going to be any good. It's going to be terrible. I think you see what I'm getting at here. I think so. Like, who goes to the candy store and says to the candy store operator, which of these candies is rarest? I want that one. Nobody, that's who. Nobody. Nobody goes to the store and says, storekeep, give me 3 pounds of your rarest candy. By which I mean most difficult to obtain. The storekeeper would say, you mean most difficult to obtain for me or for you? Because for you, provided you have the money, all candies in the store are equally easy to attain. You mean my most expensive candy? Yes, I want your most expensive candy. Okay, that's chocolate covered caviar. It'll be $300. I'll take it. Anyway, my point is, I'm not really buying this candy's difficulty to obtain this links to its deliciousness at all. I may make an exception for Turkish Delight from the Chronicles of Narnia, but I'm not sure if that's rare. I just know that it's purportedly very delicious. Blinky Blinky, says Automang. Blinky Blinky to you as well. And may all your Christmases be bright. So I think I do need to eat a little bit of food right now. And I think the food I'm going to eat rhymes with Hegel, famous philosopher Hegel. Can you guess what it is? Who can guess what I'm going to have? It rhymes with Hegel. You know what? That's the only clue I'm going to give you. And then I make it too hard. But maybe some of the more clever among you will figure it out. Okay, I'll give you one more clue. It's a breakfast thing, okay? Now, can anyone guess what I'm making myself to eat right now? With just those few tiny clues. Can you guess what I'm making to eat? If you guessed cereal, you're right. Oh, God. I tell you what I'm going to do to you now, Mr. Kradoffel, because you just spam me with your nonsense. I'm going to time you out. Ow! That hurt. Fungus better not appall us in the dungeon. Fungus better not appall us. I cried because my mom wouldn't give me my fiber pickles. Yeah. Okay. And I blame, you know who I blame for it? I blame Mr. Kartoffel for making me frustrated in the first place. Well, I enjoy Bother Me None's previous statement. I cried because my mom wouldn't give me my fiber pickles. It's a great sentence, you know? Oh yeah, I got cream cheese, big dog mofo. Do you think I would even bother? You think I would even bother um making uh a bagel if I didn't have cream cheese to put on it? Obviously, no, I would not bother with that. What's the best card? Who is underestimated by most, appreciated for his insights by few, and the number it as though card stands alone. That sounds rude in a sort of way. Hey, give me my fiber pickle. Give me my fiber pickle is a good command. This is the card I got. I got the Empress. I just pulled this one for myself. Because I am the Queen of Queens. I am the Queen of Queens. You better back up, bitch, because I'm the Queen of Queens. I just, how did I get it again? I just shuffled, but I guess not enough. All right. Five of Swords. This is my third card. I got Empress twice and the Five of Swords. What does the Five of Swords mean? I'm down here. I've got three swords. You're up there. You've got two swords. Saturn is between us in the sky. I'm down here. I got three swords. You're up there. You got two swords. Saturn is between us in the sky. That's the Five of Swords song. I hope you enjoyed it. Lou, you got any quick and dirty for the Five of Swords? True, Hero Lamb. I am toasting it though. You got me. You got me. I should never have said that. I didn't intend to lie to you, but functionally I did, because when I said I was making a bagel that comprises a lie, I'm in competition with success with another for success. Conflict or being ill at ease with opposing thoughts. Well, it is true that I was thinking that bagel seemed a little stale. But I wouldn't say it really brought me into conflict about whether I should have the bagel. Some of them I remember easy enough, like Five of Cups, because Rachel's given it a specific name that I can remember, like crying over spilt milk, or heartbreak for the Three of Swords. That one's easy to remember because it looks like heartbreak usually. Or then like the Two of Pentacles, taking care of business. The ones that she hasn't given such a single name to like that. It goes, well, it's this, it's this, it's this. Those ones I don't remember what they are really. Like, you can really tell the difference between like the Nine of Swords, the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords. They all look like trouble to me. I mean, I know the Seven of Swords actually. Seven of Swords is getting away with something. But I like to think of it in a more positive light. I think I have one of the most positive interpretations of the Seven of Swords. I see it as getting yours, and if you're somebody like me, that's a good thing. So I tend not to be that focused on that stuff. But you could think of it as profit taking. Like going, all right, the value of meow has gone up enough, I'm going to sell it and profit take now. It's got this deceit thing going on in the normal interpretation of it, but I don't interpret it like that. Because as an FE third person, intuitive and dominant person, I don't do a good job of representing my own interests. So I tend to view that card as a positive thing. I do a better job now of representing my own interests because I understand myself as representing Rachel and Delilah's interests as well. Okay, this food is going to make me uh I just always do the same thing with my hair and beard, Mr. Gartoffel. I let it grow for a long time and then I go around it with the clippers, like number 3 or number 2, and go all around. And that's how I deal with it. Hmm. IDK, who this is? Hello. I mean, here's the thing. Limiting beliefs are not so easily broken as that. Even if people have moments of cathartic clarity, it's hard for them to sustain that frame of reference purposely because it's better, you know? Hmm. It means someone's pushing that heart thing. Like this. See? If you push it a bunch, it might make a bunch of hearts. I don't know. I don't normally push those things. It's important to eat enough food. Very, very important. I mean, if only it were so easy as to fix problems with the truth, you know? Yeah, those bad beliefs uh, are bad, self limiting, and self imposed in some sense, but it doesn't make it easy necessarily to escape them. And certainly, knowledge and the truth is rarely sufficient to get people out of those beliefs if they're sufficiently entrenched and pathological, which is say cause some kind of ontological distress. Um, then it's not going to be so quick and easy to get rid of them, probably, as to just simply say, well, here's a truth you haven't thought of before about it, which is possible you haven't thought of it before, but I don't know. I'm not trying to harsh on the positive interpretation of the card. I get the desire to do that. Okay, Mr. Kartoffel, you just go from one thing you obsess about to another. Mm. Mm. I don't know, it's a tough line to walk, right? It's like, on the one hand, I guess in some instances it really is as simple as, listen up, Buttercup. You want to quit drinking? Only one way to do it. You got to quit drinking. You got to just stop actually not drink any alcohol. Yeah, I know. It sounds horrible. You can't commit intellectually, emotionally, spiritually to the idea at all. Sometimes it is that simple. Most of the time, it's not. Hmm. Well, it does sound very good, lady in red. Sounds like it would be a hot coffee doughy surprise. Hmm. But I'm not sure I see the benefit of putting your bread in your coffee because you could just take a bite of bread, have a sip of coffee. That's an interesting resurrection technique. Um, never heard anybody note such a resurrection technique before. No, I'm gonna make it such that I cast the spell so that they were never really dead. They were just very asleep. I like that. No. I'm not advising against the dipping of bread into coffee. Okay, I'm not advising against that. Although, depending on the kind of bread, you may have bread and coffee fall apart syndrome. You probably know what I'm talking about. Bread and coffee fall apart syndrome is when you have a piece of bread that you dunk into the coffee that's inadequately robust to handle the dunkage and leaves chunks of bread behind in your coffee. I don't like that, right? Now, I get in that instance, in for a penny, in for a pound. Um, I think I have heard that old Chinese saying before. So it's like, if you're gonna go get chunks of bread in your coffee anyway, you might as well just put the whole bread in there. I get that notion. That makes some sense. But what I would suggest is maybe don't stop believing. What is this? Oh, this is probably from Ruben's car. That makes sense. What's this from? Streaming from my house. And of course it's locked. Well, I'll put that in there. It's been going on for more than 2 hours. Good for this stream. I'm probably going to be running low on electricity on my phone pretty soon. I'll need to go back inside and plug it in. We got more rain last night. Stream's really pumping. I love it when I can hear it like this. Yeah, most of the year, I cannot hear any stream down there. I always do this. Turning the camera around will not help you hear better. Oh, it slid down also. It's not good. Yeah, that should improve the audio a little bit. Maybe this would actually improve the audio, turning it this way, because it wouldn't have the thing in front of the speakers. There. See if you can listen to this. Well, because I like the live stream a lot. You know, when I got doors to chew, for example, like, I don't know, do the dishes, bring in the trash cans or whatever. It's easier for me to do them if I have other people watching me do them. And I can explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it to them. And this is how you put in a trash bag into the trash can. I know, it's childish. Somehow it works for me. Helps me to get things done. And isn't that really the goal? Yeah. To get a few things done. Get a few things done, then everything looks a little bit brighter. I'm getting rained on a little bit, but just some sprinkles. It smells so good. It smells like fresh after rain air. That's the best air, is the air after a rain. Especially when it's fairly cold out like this, so it's not too cold. Get kind of a nice, extra brisk after rain air. Smells like plants and water. Plants and water. Try the new fragrance by Febreze. Febreze Plants and Water. Ah, it's so invigorating that I feel, I'd say, 8 units of invigoration. All right. That's out of 100 possible units of invigoration, though. All right. I don't want to mislead you. So it's almost one invigoration point out of 10. If you can get 10 invigoration points over the course of a day, then you will be formally and officially fully invigorated. But it's hard to get that many invigoration points. You got to do several tasks, or dig a ditch or something significant, or take an Adderall. That'll give you 10 invigoration points right away if you're on a clean head. Then you're fully invigorated. I'm ready to be vigorous today. I'm fully invigorated anyway. Now will be the rest of how hay goes every single time. Well, that's your mistake. It doesn't necessarily go that way every time. And that's one to grow on. Maybe even two to grow on. So anyway, I'm more or less just killing time till nap time. I haven't watched all of Villainous yet. AKA, I'm not the villainous, but I am the hidden final boss. I think that's what it's called. I like how all the moisture encourages moss to grow. I really am a big fan of moss. It's like if you lived in a really luxurious, lush place, your whole backyard would be just nothing but moss. You just walk on this moss here. You're like, oh, doesn't this look soft and comfortable? It is. I could walk on that moss barefoot all day long. I would never hurt my foot at all. Unfortunately, we just have a little bit of moss here. Wish it were all moss and no rocks. But probably the moss wouldn't grow nearly so well if there weren't these rocks here. I don't know. Maybe it would. It's trying to grow over some of the rocks. That's good. It'd be great if this was just all moss. Wouldn't that be wonderful? I would walk on it barefoot for sure. If that were all moss, I'd come out here and say, it's time for my moss walk. And then I would take off my shoes and socks and I'd walk across the moss. That would be wonderful. But unfortunately, we're nowhere close to having full mossage there. Full mossage. The title of the review for the feature film Full Mossage is Full Mossage is a meaty sausage. Mosquito. Nobody likes mosquitoes. Oh well. You can't have everything. You know, if you're gonna live in nature, more like out in nature, less in the city, you're gonna unavoidably get more bugs. You just have to deal with that. Oh, that's quite a meow. What am I being told here? Am I in trouble? Okay, so apparently we have to watch the cat eat. This may or may not have been on our agenda, but this actually is apparently one of the doors I have to chew every day. All right. All right, plaintive meows. I'm here, I'm queer, I'm ready to watch you eat. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I do think in the old fashioned sense of the word, I probably am queer. You know, like, he's a queer fellow. And, you know, in the old fashioned sense of the word, I probably am also gay. I'm festive. You guys think I'm festive, don't you? That's, that's the next poll, obviously. I need to find out if you guys think I'm festive. Uh-oh, I'm running out of electricity. Better go plug in the phone. Otherwise, everything's going to come to an abrupt end. Am I festive? Is a good question. I need to lift this up higher so I can plug this in. Get in there! So, there. That's just what sex with me and Rachel sounds like. Got hello! I'm joking. So, have I ever been to Mount Madonna? No, I don't think I've ever been to Mount Madonna. Tincture of pine. Tincture of pine. No, it's always simple. What's always simple? Learning the ways of enlightenment. It is always simple, and yet takes a long time. How many Erics are there in an Eric? One. Everything. Ruthie Elliott. Your name kind of sounds familiar, but maybe because my grandmother's name was Ruth. So every time I see a Ruth around, I think, oh, there's a Ruth. Hi, Ukraine. Hello from California. Did I leave my coffee in there? I guess I did. I guess I'll have to go get it. I'm going to leave you plugged in here for a moment. I want you guys to just very carefully, don't get reckless, but chat among yourselves while I'm gone. No, I didn't do the Infinite Eric's cheat. I should have. What is it? Control, Shift, asterisk, asterisk. Germany, Ukraine, hello. Uh, for those of you in Germany, I'll say Guten Tag. For those of you in Ukraine, I'll say Здравствуй, Vladimir. Just kidding, Ukraine. Hi, daughter, Imri Kirtle. What's everyone's opinion on abortion? Well, my opinion on it is complicated, kind of difficult to explain. I have kind of a legalistic position on it that it's definitely the case that if there is a right to abortion, it doesn't stem from a right to privacy. Here Lamb's opinion on abortion is I love it. My position is only compulsory abortions. Good morning, my beautiful special angel, darling Rachel. I've had some time to cool down a little bit. I was a little mad at you earlier this morning. I still don't know what you did with that thing, but I acknowledge to myself now. Usually, when I blame you for losing something, it turns out that I am the one who lost it. However, I don't think so in this instance. But yeah, I don't know where it is. I mean, it's got the piece that holds the cartridges, but not the piece that. Well, that's fine, Ruthie Elliott. I'm not going to get mad at you about that. If you want to calculate it on a rights based calculus, that, well, I mean, the reason people can't resolve the issue is it doesn't calculate out on a rights based calculus either way. So that's why it's so uniquely unresolvable as a policy issue. I mean, even people who believe it's murder, quote unquote, usually aren't saying um, women who get abortions should go to jail for murder and or their doctors. I mean, I guess they'd both be responsible if it were treated as such. Lady in Red says, I'm not being rude or anything. The old saying goes, opinions are like rear ends. Some stink and others do not. But again, not being rude, just an old saying. Oh, well, I'm not going to send any hate. I don't have any strong opinion on it. A lot of people have very strong opinions about abortion, but not me. However, I will say this, that Rachel and I are in one of those circumstances where it actually proves how you can't evaluate the thing on a rights calculus. Because Rachel's on medication for bipolar mania, and she's like fully in remission. There's no she's not partially treated. She's like sane as a whip, right? But she stops taking that medication for a little while, and she goes batshit crazy. Now the thing is, the point is, if she were to get pregnant, um, and we're definitely, not trying not to have that happen, but if she were to get pregnant, then she'd be stuck with a choice. And I don't think either situation is is good for the baby, either taking her meds throughout the pregnancy, which might cause birth defects or something, or being crazy and not sleeping at all during the pregnancy, which can't possibly be good for the baby either, or aborting it, which obviously is not good for the baby either. you know, the thing is, in only one of those scenarios is it, it's like the scenario that's acceptable for the baby, presumably, would be her not taking her meds and being completely out of her mind for 9 months. Um, that's not an acceptable option, right? So, whatever I might think about it intellectually, I already know that if Rachel got pregnant, we've already discussed it, that she'd get an abortion. Now, granted, most instances of abortion don't fit into our unique um, our situation where there's a legitimate conflict between the mother's health and carrying a baby to term, where there's a legitimate rights conflict. But um, the fact that there's ever a conflict between rights proves that you cannot resolve the thing on rights, because rights, when appropriately adjudicating something, they never come into conflict with one another, because negative rights are universal, and you know, etc. So anyway, I do know some people who've gotten abortions, um, and I don't consider them murderers, but I get that the reason you're using that term is because you want to convey clearly that a human life is being ended, and it's being ended without due process of law, therefore comprises murder. Yeah, we understand the point, but I do anyway. And I get, and it's not without validity as a point per se, but it's just abortion's a unique issue because of the fact that we can't do the moral determination that would normally be done with the rights calculus with the rights calculus. It just doesn't work. So it makes it this super weird gray area thing. Of course, because it's legitimately a weird gray area thing, everybody has extremely strong black or white opinions about it. That's the irony of things that are legitimately gray, is they encourage people to be more black and white about them. Do puppies deserve our dying respect and protection? No, I don't think anybody should die for a puppy. Uh, looks like Chinese, Japanese, Korean. I can't really tell. Hello to you as well. That's Japanese. Oh, well then, konnichiwa, moshi moshi. And, watakimasu, wakarimashita, wakata, and other Japanese stuff. Welcome so much. I love your anime so much. You're doing a wonderful job of making wonderful, wonderful anime that I watch every day. Good job, Japan.
Is this what you were looking for?
The thing inside of it.
What?
There were two of the things that go inside of it, right?
Oh, this is one of them.
Oh,
And I just put it on this.
Oh, I didn't know you could put that on that. Wait, what? Where is the thing then?
So the thing should be.
No, the other one. Okay, so
Yeah, the other one is in here.
I put this in here because where's the one that screws on here now? That's not that.
It should be in one of the other cup holders.
It's not. Why did you take it out?
Because this was already out. Because we had to put that one in. There should be.
Wait, is this? This isn't the one though.
Yeah,
No, it isn't because the other one, you can't suck it up from here, right? There's two of these regardless. There's one that's for cartridges and one that's for putting in your own stuff.
This is the cartridge and...
Oh, so you mean the cartridges just screw directly into here?
Yeah.
Oh. So this is the thing.
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. I'm glad that it's solved. That's all that we needed to know, right?
Yeah. My bad.
It's alright.
Yeah, I told you guys. I told you earlier. I was like, I'm so mad at Rachel right now. How could she have lost this thing? I said, but you just wait and see. Every time, it turns out that I'm actually the one who lost it.
You didn't lose it though.
And I didn't even lose it. It was in my hands the whole time.
So now you can use it.
Yeah, true that. Now I could use it.
And I just screwed the extra cartridge onto this since we have it.
I'm sure. Does that one work well?
Mm-hmm.
I also found another one in the couch there, that black one. I just put it there.
Oh, that's good. Thank you.
I don't know if it works
I
or
was
not.
looking for it. Yeah, it does work.
Okay, I'm going to try this one now.
You might have to put more stuff in it. I'm not sure.
Okay. That's certainly plausible. I did apologize.
You did.
I said I'm sorry. I even anticipated this happening in the first place. I am sorry that I falsely blamed her for losing this thing. You know, I misanticipated exactly what was going to go wrong. I thought that in fact maybe it was I who had lost it, but bye Japan. See you later. Have a good day.
Hi, Squires.
Wakata, wakarimashita. Uzumaki Naruto. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, here, Lamb, this sort of thing rarely happens, right? You can respect as another living with being. I know that's not talking about me and Rachel, but the thing is, Rachel and I don't really have any conflict. When we do, probably because, you know, I was wrong like this morning. But even if she had lost it, I would just been like, Rachel, come on.
I know, and I would have been apologizing.
Okay, don't apologize anymore. Let's just go get another one. That's how it would have been if I had been right and she had lost this. But even then, it's not like I would have been mad. It just would have been like, but I like that dog.
And we just got it. Yeah, it should work. There we go.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Bye, Ruthie Elliott. You have a good day. Don't forget to eat plenty of cheese. Oh, I forgot that I shouldn't do that on camera. Well, that's fine. You know, I'll just turn it this way for right now. Working great. Hi, Jamal from Uzbekistan. So I'm thinking about wrapping this up here pretty quick because it's been quite a long live stream actually. Hi, where do you live? Is it morning there? Yes, it is morning here. It is, well, actually, it's 1 in the afternoon. I thought it was morning. But you know, this whole time change thing switches things up on you a bit. Uh, so, anywho, my name is Eric Zachary Jacobs. Eric Strauss. So what I'm gonna do now, actually, before I wrap it up, I'm gonna go outside. I'm gonna have a health tube, and I'm gonna think about what I might want to watch on TV. How's your back, Rachel? You seem to get up pretty easily that time.
It's better. It's still a little painful, but it's better.
Good. Or as I used to say when I was a small child, my name is Eric Strauss. Oh, Eric Strauss. In what country do I live? I live in the country of America, in the state of California, which you may be familiar with because you may be aware that California knows how to party. So I've got a bit of a dull day in store, and that's fine. A restful day, you know. I need a day of restful slumbers. I did get a good night's sleep last night, slept long and hard. I slept, you could say, like a dog log baby rock. Which are four things that are commonly said to sleep well. We passed this factory on the way to Merced yesterday, and it was said well made on it. I'm like, oh my god, that's the factory for those jeans that Rachel likes to buy. She said, no, those jeans are called Madewells. They're not called well mades. So, nevertheless, there is a factory on the way from here to Merced called Well Made. Maybe some of you are familiar with Madewell jeans. Maybe some of the women around, if there are any women around, maybe they wear Madewell jeans. If you have an opinion about what kind of jeans are good jeans to buy, please voice it in the chat. I would like to hear. Now, most guys, I would guess, would just say Levi's, right? Like, what other jeans are there really? Are you gonna wear Jordache? If I had got a chance to go on the red carpet, I'd really definitely want to go in a full outfit made by Jordache that had like huge Jordache across it with a horse thing and stuff. I think that'd be cool. Get some Jordache jeans to wear as well. Lou likes Levi's. Well, I know Rachel is a fan of Madewell's. She's like, yeah, I am. I'm gonna get me some Madewell's. Mmm. That's how it goes. I wish we had saved that catalog Rachel got one time. She got a catalog of clothes that's just for black women. I forget what it was called, but it was pretty terrible. The clothes were all just terrible. Not at all Rachel's style. But someone from the catalog sending company obviously got the idea that maybe Rachel wanted to dress in these very horrible clothes. I don't know why. Oh, God. Oh, God. Please save me. Please save me from Monroe. That's it. I am hiding your ass, Monroe. I wonder why Lady in Red retracted all of her messages. No, I'm not going to send you my uncle's number. Okay, so I'm going to yeah. You already had that removed once. That should be assigned to you that we don't want you to talk about that silly stuff. Um, Getting a steady light rain, which is rather pleasant, actually. So I'm going to end this. I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to maybe take a nap. I'm feeling fairly sleepish. And it's a nice, cozy day to sleep. Maybe I'll first finish watching my cartoon. Anyway, thanks a lot for being here. Love you all. Talk to you later.